today to have a conversation and learn more about Miss Sarah Pippins, who is a sophomore at Lakeview High School. And her mother's one of our great teachers out at Lakeview. And she is here today particularly because she is going to do something that I've only had a small group of students in my career get to do, and that is to apply and be accepted at a high school at the University of North Texas for her junior and senior year in high school in math and science, and she will live on campus. And would you just tell us a little bit about this program and why on earth would you want to give up your junior and senior year when many kids are thinking about fun, to go and work hard?
Well, the Texas Academy of Math and Science, TAMS, is what it's called. And really, you go to the classes as at the college, you take the college classes and everything, but you get your high school credit for it. So I will still get my diploma in 2010, but I will have about 70 or so hours of college done.
And you are mostly taking all dual credit, whereas is that not correct? All your courses will be dual credit, your content area courses?
That I know of, it's a college class and they just give you high school credit
so
for
that
it.
is dual credit?
Right.
Okay. You're getting both credit at the high school level and college credit,
Yes.
so that's dual. That's why,
Yes.
just so our audience will know. And you live there, so you're going away from home 2 years earlier than most young people, and that is a very hard thing to get accepted into that.
Yes.
What attracted you to want to do that?
The program it looked amazing. There were I went to TGS where they showed us about it, and I met a lot of really nice people there. And
what is TGS?
TGS is Texas Governor's School.
Okay.
And it was a 2-week summer camp at UNT, and just took college classes for fun. There was no work or anything. It was just hands-on. And but many of our teachers and our RAs were TAMsters, as they call them. They went to TAMS, and so we learned a lot about TAMS. And they explained that if you get accepted to TAMS, it opens up so many new doors. You get accepted more into Ivy League colleges
Yes.
than most, and then plus you are done with college 2 years earlier than you normally would.
Most of the few students I've had to go to University of North Texas to the science and math school have gone on to get PhDs in a math or a science field. So they knew they weren't ever just planning on going to get a BS. Their goals were much greater than that, and I would guess that of you as well. Are you more interested in math, or are you interested in the science fields, or do you know yet?
I would like to be a 3D graphics designer at Pixar or a gaming company, and that has a lot to do with math, graphing, using equations to create an image that can move on the computer. So
I'll take your word for that. Well, do you know any other students that are going?
I do. Some of my friends from TGS are going. I have a friend named Alfredo, and he is going. And I have a friend named Katie who I met last year, and she actually went a year earlier than most. She went when she was 15, and so she will be my senior next year.
Wow.
So yes, and then I have talked to a lot of them, a lot of the current students there via email. And so,
How many young people do they admit a year?
they only go a year. I heard that so far 50% of the junior year of this year has dropped out before the second semester.
So how many started?
They take approximately 300 total for the junior and senior class.
Okay, so 150
So-
approximately.
Right, depending on how many continue on to their second year, or that's how many they accept based on the number who continue. So I think that they took about 150 or so students this year for incoming juniors.
Well, it's very competitive, and I do know that only very bright, promising students that they think can leave home, go and live on a college campus 2 years earlier than usual are allowed to come to this. I congratulate you, and
Thank
we can hardly wait and will support you. I know your parents are so excited. Now, you also have represented our district so well in UIL competition. Tell our audience what teams you have competed on for UIL.
For UIL, thus far I have done UIL math has been my main attraction that I've been competing in. Math, in the UIL math category, you can take the number sense test, calculator test, the mathematics test, or the science test. And I compete in the first three. And this year we went to regionals after we received first place as best calculator team. And I was the alternate for number sense for our team. And some of my fellow teammates got like first in number sense, and so they went on to regionals for that. I got third in calculator personally. That's why I went. So it was
As
fun.
a sophomore.
I actually did it last year too. I got my letterman's for it.
Congratulations, Sarah. Well, how neat. Now, do you anticipate having a tinge of homesickness when you are going to be moving away from home?
Well, actually, since my parents are now moving to a town that is much closer, about an hour and a half away, I'm going to be able to see them more often than other students are going to be able to see their parents. So.
Okay, that's helpful.
So, right. So I'm going to be able to see them more than just the 1 weekend a month that you're given.
Okay.
Because, yeah. So.
And do you think you will miss doing other extracurricular activities? You're making a serious commitment, and that speaks to how mature you are to make that decision. What will you miss most about a regular high school?
Most, I'm going to miss sports a lot. I like to play sports, but you can't play college teams up there.
Yep.
So, I mean, they have an awesome recreation center though, so I'll be able to keep up with that. And mainly it's just missing my friends, missing having teachers that get to know you more personally. I know that up there it's going to be different. Each teacher has 200 students in a class or however many, so I don't know, just missing more of the personal relationship with, friends and teachers up there. But.
Well, would you speak to what organization, or have there been teachers who have had a significant impact on you being the young woman that you are?
I think all of my elementary school teachers, when I was accepted into the GT Magnet School at Crockett, I went there through my 1st and 5th grade years, and I was taught by Miss Lopez and Miss Peterson and Miss Oliphant, and they pushed more of my thinking outside the box, not to think normally. And then as I entered into junior high, I had other teachers, my math teachers, understood that I liked to figure out more than just what they were teaching in class. I wanted to know more about math, or I wanted to know more about science. And my mother helped me at home with, she showed me experiments when I was very little, and so I've always had interest in that kind of thing.
To your knowledge, do you know any other student from San Angelo who has gone to TAMS?
I've not personally known another student who has gone to TAMS, but a teacher, I don't remember, I think it was Miss Miller at Lakeview, told me that twins went up there one year from Lakeview, or from Central, but they were from San Angelo. that they went up there 3 years ago. So I didn't know them personally, but somebody else from St. Angel has gone to Tim's.
By any chance, have you heard what percentage of the graduates go on into outstanding graduate programs?
I've heard, I don't know an exact percent, but I know the majority of the people who graduate from TAMS do go to Ivy League colleges such as
Okay.
Harvard or Yale or Princeton, and those kind of schools. And that they have done very, very well there, that they graduate at the top of their class.
Most of our audience knows, Sarah, that I'm a dyed-in-the-wool University of Texas Longhorn. What are the chances that someone as bright as you might be interested in going to my alma mater?
I've always wanted to go to Texas, to University of Texas, since 8th grade, and then I found out about the TAMS because I wanted to go there all 4 years of college. Just wanted to get in, go to University of Texas. Then I heard about the TAMS program, and I figured I can go there my junior and senior year still, though.
Yes, you can. And I knew you were gifted, but now I know just the level of your giftedness. And then you will perhaps go to an Ivy League school or another university of excellence to get your graduate work, or University of Texas. We have a good graduate program
Right.
at UT Austin. Well, I know your parents will be proud wherever you end up going because you're going to do so well. And we're going to watch and listen for your success and hope this is an exciting 2-year window that will prepare you for the next phase of your life. You're a beautiful young woman, and we just are so proud of, and not only proud of you and your decision, but what you've contributed to our school district in these years that you've been with us.
Well,
We're
thank
grateful
you.
to have had you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.